In my previous video, I had covered up till line number 8 of the poem The Windhover by G.M. Hopkins. So today we are going to proceed further. Brute beauty and wailer and act, oh, air, pride, plume here, buckle, and the fire that breaks from thee then a times billion times told lovelier, more dangerous, O my chevalier. See, as I told you in my previous video, that this particular poem is dedicated to the glory of God's mercy. The whole poem is replete with religious fervor. And the bird falcon is actually, you can say, symbolizes the power and glory of God. Rather, the poet has tried to prove that that this creation of God is somehow reflects the beauty of or the majesty of God's creation. So here in these lines he says that beauty, honor, action, air, and feather, all these different attributes meet together in this bird. See, the bird is no doubt very beautiful. It is known for its honor. It is normally the falcon symbolizes honor. Its movement is full of action and it happens to be there all the time in air, and it flies high by the power of feather. So somehow if we put all these things together, they reflect the majesty of God's creation. So the poet says that all these different attributes meet together in this bird. But in the very next line, he says, but your fire, Christ, burns even more brightly, powerfully, and beautifully. No doubt, the Maker is always powerful, always greater than its own creation. So, falcon, who happens to be the creation of God, is no doubt very beautiful, very majestic, but as compared to God, it will surely be inferior. That's what the poet is pointing out. He says that different attributes like beauty, honor, action, all these things meet together in the bird, in falcon. But if we compare that bird with the glory of God, the fire of Christ that burns even more brightly, powerfully, and beautifully, it's a billion times lovelier, more dangerous. O my chevalier, O my knight in shining armor. He is calling Christ as knight in shining armor. Because, see, God is God. He is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. Nothing is there in this world which can match the glory of God. So, obviously, no doubts, the bird is very beautiful. It is reflecting power, it is reflecting control. Even then, it cannot surpass God, it cannot surpass the glory of Christ. No wonder of it, sheer plot makes plow down Cillian. Shine and blue bleak cambers, ah, my dear, fall gall themselves and gash gold vermilion. He says the bird was nothing special when you really think about it. Even hard and boring work, like plowing a field, makes the upturned soil glitter and shine beautifully. That means whatever the beauty is of the creation, it can never surpass its creator. A simple thing like plowing the field makes the soil, makes the upturned soil glitter. It is because of the sheer hard work of the plowman that even a simple thing as soil that even glitters because of the plowing work, plowing done by the plowman, and shine beautifully. It even shines beautifully. So here he wants to say that creator is always great. The bird is beautiful, no doubt, but it is nothing special when when you just compare it with God. Again, he gives an example. He says, hot coals fallen from a fire, my lord, break open to reveal their beautiful red and golden colors. He says, when you just hot coals which are covered by ash, if you just try to upturn them, suddenly they appear to be beautifully red, gash gold vermilion. They appear to be golden and red colored, and it appears, the color appears to be like that of a wound, fresh wound. So he here somehow we can say that he is remembering the crucifixion of Christ. When Christ was when he was crucified, there was blood, vermilion colored blood, uh, on all, you can say, from coming out from all of his wounds. Suddenly that thing, the poet happens to memorize that thing, remember that thing, and he says this is also the glory of God, that when hot coals fallen from fire, if you try to they also break open to reveal their beautiful red and golden color. So it is the beauty of God, it is the creation of God, it is the creativity of God which actually gives beauty, which actually reflects power, which actually reflects majesty from his creation. So bird is beautiful, no doubt, but it is beautiful because its creator, Christ, God, made it so. So throughout the poem, we can say that he has the poem fully reflects his devotion towards Christ. So that's why it is one of his very famous poems. That's all for today. I hope you might have followed the poem.